Thank you, Lydia. Appreciate your help. Thank you all for joining this evening. Our agenda tonight is to start with our welcome and logistics, and we will introduce our project team. Our project manager will give an overview of the project and discuss what to expect during the construction process. And then we'll take questions and you'll be able to type in your question, or you can raise your hand to be unmuted if you'd like to speak and ask questions. And we have the team here who'll be able to provide information and answer your questions, and then we'll conclude. So I'll move us right on to our team introductions, and each team member will speak briefly and tell you their name and their role on the project. So Larry, we've got to unmute you. There you go.
There you go. This is Larry Mendez. I'll be the project manager for this project. I'm with the City of Austin Public Works.
I'm Bob Wood, the engineering construction inspector for Public Works.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Kohler, the project sponsor for Austin Water.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Majid Shubiero, and I'm also a project sponsor from Austin Water.
I am Sam Arinki with Western Solutions. We are the engineering firm who designed the work, and I'm the project manager with Western Solutions.
Scott, you're up to give your introduction.
This is Scott Blanda. I'm with Peabody General Contractors. I'll be the project manager for the contractor on the project.
Thank you, Scott. And I'm Emily Chancellor. I'm in Austin Water's Public Information Office, so I'll be assisting the team with communications for this project. And so I'll be a contact throughout the process. All right, I'm going to hand this over to you, Larry, to give us our project overview.
Okay. The project is a medical arts square water and wastewater system renewal. The project will replace approximately 2,531 linear feet of water line, 4,946 linear feet of wastewater line. In addition, we'll replace 6 fire hydrants. And some of these fire hydrants, we're going to move them to different locations in order to meet the code. Construction is scheduled to begin in early May and will last for about 9 months. We should be done. Everything goes well, we should be done by the end of December. This shows the limits of construction. There's some work that goes on behind the medical arts square. And then we've got Dean Keaton, Vienna Street, Hampton Street, and West 30th Street, and also Medical Arts Square itself. This type of project is going to be an open cut, so that means the contractor will excavate and have an open cut trench down these streets and in the neighborhoods. Okay, the contractor will be using heavy equipment to dig trenches for the new water and wastewater lines. The roads will be patched after the line is installed. Can you slide it over? It says, I can't see all roads will be repaved at the end of the project. Construction phase crews will work in front of your property a number of times to complete each phase of the project, including excavation, pipe installation, temporary paving, testing, repairs if necessary, and final paving. What to expect during the construction? Okay, most of the work will be limited to the right-of-way in many cases, and the right-of-way is located between 10 to 15 feet behind the back of the curb in the area that we consider part. In that area, you may consider it to be part of your lawn. It may be necessary for you to remove some landscaping and other personal items in the right-of-way before your new service lines can be connected. during construction, we will have, the contractor may need to do some tree trimming over the right of way where the trees are hanging lower than 14 feet. And this is to allow for the equipment. That's good. Okay. Lanes of traffic will be closed. You will always have access to your home for brief periods. Driveways access may be limited. At some point, your water or wastewater service will be temporarily interrupted to connect to the new line, but most likely just a few hours on a single day. We will notify you via flyers posted at your door prior to turning off the water. Emergency shutout outages are possible and should a water line break should water line breaks happen frequently on these projects, so those we can't control. Work hours of the project are generally from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Weekend work will be scheduled as required.
All right, Larry, I can take it from here. We just want to mention that email updates is one of the primary ways we provide communication during the project. And you can go to the project website, austintexas.gov/medicalarts. And there's a link there that you can click to sign up to subscribe to the newsletter. And we'll get the link to that page in the chat here before the end of the meeting. And then Larry already mentioned that there would be notices left on your door 48 hours in advance for a planned water shutoff. And then you heard from Bob Wood earlier, who's the construction coordinator inspector, and he will be have a presence in the field, and he will also provide updates and communication, as well as the contractor superintendent. You know, if they need to be working in front of your home, they'll knock on the door, or they'll be available to answer questions. So that's really how you'll stay updated about the project. And that's the end of our overview, and we're now available to answer questions. Just a reminder, if anyone has joined by phone, you can press *9 to indicate that you'd like to speak. And if you're online, you can type your question in to the Q&A, or just raise your hand and we'll be glad to unmute you so you can speak. And so we'll see what questions you might have. So while we're waiting to see if any questions come in, I've just put up our contact information. It's also on the project website and on the notices that we mailed out for this meeting. This meeting is not the only opportunity, of course. We'll be available to answer questions at any time that's needed. Don't see any questions yet. So we'll just wait a few moments. Would anyone on the project team like to add anything about what to expect or any additional information?
So I will be out there on a daily basis and looking at the project, and also trying to keep those that are going to be affected by the immediate, obviously the immediate outages while they're doing the water lines. But I'll be also contacting folks that are in the area and making sure they're aware that we are going to be working in front of their homes or in front of their businesses and projects, you know, throughout the duration of the project. So I'll be in constant contact with folks within the neighborhood.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. I know the role that you and your colleagues play is so important to making these projects run smoothly. It is going to be disruptive, and you all do such a great job of providing good communication to make it go as smooth as possible. Thank you. Okay, so we have recorded this meeting. We'll be posting a recording. So anyone who wasn't able to attend tonight will be able to review the information, and we'll take questions by email or by phone at any time during the project. And I think we're going to be able to call it a night here soon because I don't have any questions that have come in. And we appreciate those of you who have joined and spent your time this evening. And thanks again, and we'll call it a night.